Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about one of the most important and frequently asked questions by transitioning veterans, which is, which of my military traits are transferable to the civilian world? Now, there's a nearly unlimited number of ways to answer this, so for the purposes of our video today, we're going to be running off of a top 5 framework provided by Paul Patrone over at LinkedIn Learning. So the reason I chose this list is because all 5 of the points will help you to learn to communicate how you can drive value and impact the bottom line of a company right out the gate, which is what every organization is looking for on why they'll choose to move one candidate forward in the interview process versus another. So let's get down to the list. Now, number 1, we've got entrepreneurial spirit, which I would define as the willingness to do what other people aren't willing to do. And here's the good news. In the military, we don't get a choice. We follow orders from our chain of command. But in the civilian world, the way this works is that you get a lot of credit, you get a lot of accolades, you get a lot of respect and admiration from people for being willing to do that little bit extra. Being able to communicate that you're willing to do that is not only okay, it's a great idea in terms of improving the quality of opportunity a company will consider you for. Now, number 2 is being a fast and lifelong learner, which I would describe as demonstrating learning agility, the ability to learn information and quickly apply it to our behavior. No matter what company you're looking at or what type of role you're looking at, this is very important right now because of the pace of change, how rapidly things are changing. People need people who can adapt quickly. Now, number 3 and 4 are loyalty and integrity. So it's demonstrated in our behavior when we're transitioning that we have not only signed, we've executed on a contract that delivered type of integrity and loyalty that other people have yet to feel as if they've done. Now, along with that comes kind of an uncomfortable moment for every veteran. When they're getting some sort of social equity or social credit for that, often we feel like we just did what we signed up to do. We did our job, actually, which doesn't really deserve any special credit. We're going to talk in a minute about how to turn that uncomfortable social equity into actual equity that matters during the transition process. Now, number 5 is strong work ethic. One point I'll drive home here, guys, is if you feel like you're a person who gives an average effort in the military, chances are, especially in the first couple of years, but when you transition to the civilian world, you'll outperform and outbenchmark your peers. Now, one consideration I would say, and I'm biased on this, would be to consider sales or business development roles. Understand what that actually means. Understand the difference between the two. The reason I say that is 40 to 50% of the overall compensation a salesperson or business development person receives is performance-based. So if you're likely to outperform and benchmark your peers to begin with, wouldn't it be great to get paid as if you were doing that? Which would not be happening in a role where you've got a base salary, right? And that's all you've got for compensation. So, key takeaway, guys, not only learning how to communicate how we drive value to a company to improve our opportunity out there in our transition process, but it's also going to be learning to take that social equity and turn it into actual equity. So here's what I mean by that. The social equity part, the social credit where people, give us praise for something we've done that we're uncomfortable with. Here's the reality. It's okay that they think that we deserve credit for that. In fact, we can't do anything about that. So let's talk about letting that be all right for a minute while we turn it into actual equity. What do I mean? I mean the ability to pay our bills, to pay off any debt, the ability to live in the right neighborhood so we can send our kids to the schools that we want to send them to, take care of our family in the way we want, to build a business or a nonprofit or contribute to a nonprofit for veterans or otherwise that we're passionate about. That's actual equity. That's what your transition process is about when we do it right. Now, if you guys have any topics that you'd like to see covered in future videos or any comments on this video, please drop down in the comments below. I'd love to hear feedback. Beyond that, we're going to close with a quote from our friend Abraham Lincoln, which is, "Things may come to those who wait, but only what's left behind by those who hustle."